First of all, thank you for having me over here. So this journey has been extremely exciting and incredible because we came here to establish a GCC and it has evolved from a shared services center to a center of excellence. Secondly, initial days I remember it was two of us charting out plans on how we're going to build this organization. Today when you just look around, it's 1,200 people. Excellent. It's just extremely gratifying. But the more important part for me is I also found fulfillment. I like mentoring people, and over here doing that at scale, helping them become the better version of themselves, has been a very fulfilling experience for me. The other thing is what we have been able to build over here, achieve, has been now captured into an IIM Bangalore case study by Professor Oja, who is a faculty for organizational development. And that is again something which next generation leaders are now using to learn from. So these are the things which actually drive me and just show me the journey has been completely worthwhile. You're actually taking me on a trip down the memory lane, which I appreciate. So first and foremost, when it came to setup, we realized cultural integration was one of the things we have to address very early on. So we have institutions in North America, Central America, most of Europe, Asia, and then over here we have the Indian culture of operating, and we had our own operating model. How do we align all of those together was the key question we had to answer. So we sat down with our stakeholders and we identified the key components which will help us to deliver on that. So the first was agreeing on shared values. Second was agreeing on the deliverables and SLAs. Third was setting the correct expectations. And fourth, and the most important one, was helping them and educating them in understanding the local market nuances. Correct. Because those are the ones generally which become deal breaker. So when we took this proactive approach, the stakeholders appreciated it. And as we went along, we employed more corrective measures depending on the feedback, depending on the situation and the macro trends also. And that really helped us to then scale at this level. So that's what the challenges were from the stakeholder point of view. But then when we set up over here, nobody knew about Gus Education India, right? The brand had no brand recall or recognition. So we ran a massive campaign to educate people of who we are and what we do. Once we got them in, we had people in teams which are like from a fresher till people with 15, 16 years of experience coming from various Indian companies. And they had their own idea of what a company should be. So we wanted to ensure that we balance that out and have a common voice, a common approach and purpose. To do that, we employed a unique process, and what we came up with is team charters. Team charters essentially helped the teams to get clarity on what we are trying to achieve. We showed them our vision, but then we customized it at the team level. Each team was helped to identify their purpose, the team purpose, supported by their goals, supported by the values they will operate within, the skills they have or they have to develop, and the activities which will enable them. This is the one which became eventually the IIM case study. So these are the two challenges which we saw to be critical to our success, and we are glad we were able to overcome them. And today we are actually evolving into the next stage of that. So leadership is a multi-facade work, I would say. So in that case, first and foremost is, as a leader, you need to understand yourself. You have to define who you are, what you want, and ensure the company you're working for, it aligns with their values and visions. When you have that, as they say, decision making is easier when it is aligned with your value system. When that part is sorted out, then you jump into how to manage teams. In today's day and age, everybody has access to information at their fingertips. Anybody can Google 100 different ways of leading teams.
Absolutely.
So for me, the approach has always been be client focused, deliver what they want, be employee centric, and ensure employee empowerment. So my objective is, one, to make myself obsolete. The day I make myself obsolete, I've done my job.
Absolutely. That's the message for a true leader.
I wouldn't know that, but that's the way I see it. Second is, I say whenever I interview people and even throughout their journey, I say to them that you came through this door. We want you to become a better version of yourself. So when you, either with us or even when you walk out of the door after X number of years, we hope you look back and say you became a better version of what you were than when you joined us. And that is what I as a leader aspire to do. The rest of it takes care of itself. Thankfully, we live in a very dynamic world. not only micro but macro trends are actually happening so fast that it's very hard to know what will happen tomorrow. So educating yourself continuously helps you to broaden your own perspective. That gives you new ideas. That gives you new direction. You follow that. So innovation forms the cornerstone of our approach. It is also a result of our core value, continuous improvement. That helps us to deliver transformational changes, and that is across the organization at a global level, at customer level, and also at a functional level. So to give you an example, at a global level, we have been able to successfully convert all our 35 institutions and universities into data-driven entities.
Okay.
The culture is data-driven. We built a robust and advanced analytics platform which people across the hierarchy have access to with timely and accurate information, and this helps them to take informed decisions and talk the same language. The improvement and the efficiency gains that we have seen is phenomenal. On the customer side, we have gone through a massive exercise of digital transformation where we not only capture the technology, marketing, sales, and the various other functions that we have, their technology stack and their processes also, but also looked at our people skills and what is it that we need to merge to be digitally enabled organization.
Okay.
So that has helped us to create an extraordinary omni-channel customer experience. On a functional level, for example, sales, we have an array of AI tools which are enabled to help the sales agents and executives, and we have successfully been able to get in touch at record speed with interested leads and potential students, and also have machine-led conversations with them, which was not possible about 2 years ago. So innovation is what drives us, and continuous improvement is what enables us. So quality is one of the most critical components of success. And especially when you're in a service-driven organization, that is a key component.
Absolutely.
So we have been able to do it and tackle it in various different ways. The first is obviously by building a quality framework, which is robust and monitors and identifies any gaps.
Okay.
Second is, as I said earlier, one of our values is continuous improvement. This helps us to keep a map and identify the evolving customer needs and then accordingly align ourselves towards them. Third is important and regular comprehensive approach towards training and development that helps our staff to identify skill gaps, work on them and eliminate them, and also identify future required skills and start working on them today. So this has helped us quite a lot. But at the same time, we also look at our customers and listen to them.
Okay.
We capture voice of customer and net promoter score. Any feedback that comes through is looked as an opportunity to improve our service levels and swiftly incorporated in our operational model. So these are the things which help us to keep the quality. Future is very interesting. So I'll answer this in two parts, internal and external. Internal, this journey started 7.5 years ago and moved from shared services to becoming a center of excellence, and now formally becoming from a structural and operational point of view a center of excellence. So this helps us in two ways. One, delivering a better service and enabling our clients to tell us what they want more and help us to deliver on those, build those solutions, architect them and deliver them. Second, it also gives our employees cross-functional access to movement across departments and more opportunities, which was not that clear before. This helps us to do that. Yeah. So on the third part, which is the external part, over the years we have developed a catalog of 35 services.
Okay.
Not only that, we have also become an expert in migrating processes, in establishing them over here, in building them at scale, and then future-proofing them through the various skills that we employ internally with our employees. Now, that helps us to have this huge body of knowledge to then capitalize on and take it to the outside world, outside GUS. So we have created a huge impact internally in the higher education industry. Now we want to extend that to non-GUS institutions and provide them these services. Especially if you look at higher education, people in academic side really don't want to do marketing, analytics, sales. These are quite difficult things to adapt to. So our proposition is, we have done this at scale. We have done it for 35 times. We are happy to do it for you while you can focus on your core job, which is essentially educating the next generation.